Hello, it's with Amnesia here, and I did some more work on the Frostmane Enclave dungeon. This is the level, was it 13 to 16 dungeon, I guess, for the Alliance. It's up in Ironforge Airport there. Um, yeah, so, was it just added some treasure chests and some more mobs into that, right? And looks like one of the bugs with the thing was fixed, where you fall through the back of the cave. It was fixed. These are just the placeholder rares for outside the dungeon, but I already covered those in a previous video. So let's just hop right in here, and I'm not gonna pull any mobs, whatever, but I made it so that all the mobs are you don't get like a huge giant pull. Yes, it's this dungeon though. I have to say right off the bat, there's a lot more elites in this dungeon than Ragefire Chasm, so it's not quite an equivalent to Ragefire Chasm. It's basically oh, is it I did the numbers. I went through and counted every single monster you had to, or elite you had to pull in Ragefire Chasm to do the dungeon. It was about, let's see here, probably about 90 if you wanted, if you just wanted to, just as it was, if ones that you guys know, and it was about 120 for some of the for extra boss and some rares, right? And but just base version I want to make, and then I want to make a better version. I would basically add about 20 NPCs to the Ragefire Chasm, so it'd be about probably, I don't know, 100, 140, 120 NPCs. You probably have to slay, depending, because I want to add some like add 3 rares for Ragefire Chasm, a boss, some treasure chests, right, and put it so you have to kill some stuff to get to them, right? So probably 120, 140-ish, right around there, right? And I did the math of going through this just to choose like a very like the most minimal pull I could get, like skipping as most elites as I could, and it was about 100. What was it? How much was it? It was 100, 100, well, up to 180, I think, or 160. It was right up there, and I added some more NPCs and some more treasure chests. It's probably around 200 NPCs you have to kill, or a little bit more probably, if you want to get all the if you don't want to skip any rares or anything like that, right? If they spawn, you can skip some, but yeah, it's about 200 versus about 120, 140. So it's also a little bit more stressful. It's not as um, disperse. There's you have to kind of be a bit better at tanking. But what I wanted to do is, okay, so it's more stressful. There's more mobs. You have the same amount of bosses. Okay, same amount of rares. But what I wanted to do is I actually doubled the treasure chest. I went and I ended up putting 16 in there. Just 16 treasure chests is a bit much. They're from the Loch Modan early areas. So they drop loot from anywhere from like level 5 to 17. So usually around right around where the dungeons. So it's really relevant for the dungeon. So anyway, I'll run you through where all the treasure chests are. So basically, I have my treasure. I'm a dwarf, so it's just convenient to have treasure things going on. But I'll run you through all the locations. So yeah, basically this dungeon is a little bit more stressful to run. It takes probably more skill definitely to be successful. These are supposed to be all ice trolls. This is a very much placeholder. That you can see how close they are, right? If you can easily mess up and you'd be a little bit over your head, right? So, but I wanted to make this as basically like high risk, high reward, right? It takes more skill, but here's the first treasure chest. I want to make it so they kind of hid them, so if you didn't have, I'll try to take treasure finding off, I guess. So, or just, whatever. So yeah, yeah. Um, so you could actually kind of miss them, you could, if you're kind of hidden, it wouldn't be like right in the open. There's some that are kind of easy open, I'll get to those later. So yeah, so let's turn this off, here we go. But you can see how close all the NPCs are. I've made it so that you can actually. I'm level 13, the very base. So if you got like a level 13 tank, it would be like the very base of, I guess. So yeah, what was it? But they all pull anywhere from 3 to 6 maximum. Usually 3 to 5 and 6 are usually there's 1 6 that pull, I think. And yeah, so it's usually just so 3 to 5 made it so that you only fight 3 to 5. There's a second chest. Uh, yeah, so let's just open that up. These are all the same, by the way. So you see that's basically right on the instance level. It's really good. It usually all drops a whatever, right? a green every time. I know some loot messed up things, I think, on the private server, but yeah, that was good. And then your third one is back here. You can kind of see a sliver of it. You get hidden back here. Had to flap so it wasn't like look all weird. I was actually hovering a bit. As you see, it's just it's just the stuff is usually around the same level, right? So it's they're good treasure chests for the dungeon. And there's the boss, nothing over there. So that's 1, 2, 3 treasure chests. You have a whole bunch more to go. Okay, let's where did I hide this one? It was right here, I think. Yeah, right there. There it is. There's your fourth treasure chest, I guess. I see there's a lot of treasure chests, right? So did I hide one in here? I can't remember if I hid one in here. Let's see here. No. Okay. So then we have one up here, right? But like, you actually can't just I can't just access it just by as is. You gotta actually use your brain. So it's kind of like, okay, it's out in the open, but you know, it's the kind of reward players who jump really good, like myself, right? Yeah, so that's that, and there's one, and then there's another one that you know, if you're a human or if you're not a dwarf, you'd be kind of hard pressed to find these things. Usually, if you can just run by still right here, right? So yeah, oh, how do I get up here? You can get up here. See, it's doable, right? There's another chest. A lot of these chests are hidden, like out of usually they're not in plain sight, like or if they are, they're usually kind of hard to get to. Some more over here. I'll just speed this guy up. Actually, I'll just keep my pace like this, actually. So there's one in here, behind all those guys. What is it? And there's one up here, I think. Yep, hidden behind there. So yeah, there's a lot more treasure chests, and there's it's basically like tons and tons of treasure chests in this instance, but there's tons and tons of monsters, or elites, I guess, right? It's just supposed to be ice trolls, nothing in here. So yeah, there's tons and tons of elites and stuff, so it's kind of stressful to run, but it's a small dungeon, so if you have a good group, it'll be like high rewards. If you have a bad group, it'll be kind of a hard time to struggle, but those treasure chests are usually, you know, incentivized, you know, keep going. And there's one right there. And then where is it? There's one. Right behind there. And then there's another one. And one of my favorite ones is coming up. No one there. Right, so there's just tons and tons of treasure chests, right? There's tons and tons of treasure. Be hard pressed not to get something on the end. Okay, so here we got last two treasure chests, right? And basically, you know those people who in the dungeon, right? Who just run to the treasure chest and open it up and say screw the whole entire group? Well, actually, what you're supposed to do with this chest, you can't actually jump up there without that even if you're a rogue, whatever, you can sprint up there or something. But what was it? Yeah, I'll show you. So it actually takes a bit of precision. The last chest is probably the hardest one to get at. So you have to do a whole bunch of some of these, right? And you can get up there. It's kind of hard to do, but it's doable. So you have to kind of like glitch onto there, and there you go. You can open up the chest, right? So if you open up that last chest right off the bat, you won't be able to get up to this one because you see, it's teasing you. You just can't get up there. You can't jump up on those post things very good. You just can't get out. You just can't get at the chest. So it's just too off. It's just too far off. You can't get at it. See. You can't even jump at it, so it's just so it's just usually like discipline, right? That'll some things are better to do in sequence and not just guttural instinct, right? And then there's the last boss, right? Nothing back here, so that's all the treasure chests. I'm pretty sure, and yeah, let's see here. So that's all of them, pretty sure. But yeah, just a lot of NPC. See, here's all the NPCs I added back here. You don't actually fall through. I think it fixed itself, I'm not quite sure, but yeah, it's what was it? Yeah, so there's a lot more NPCs than Rage Fire Chasm, about double, I would say. It would feel like that. More than double if you pulled all of them and killed all of them. Definitely more than double. But there's I want to add like seven or eight treasure chests in Rage Fire, or maybe 5, I would say. But this is definitely like you'd be it's a lot harder. I would say it's not as easy going as Ragefire Chasm, and it has the same amount of bosses I planned, but it would just be like harder, right? But the treasure chest should reward that, right? Because you get like 16 of the damn things, right? So that's like 3 treasure chests per person and plus one, right? If you can use that 2 treasure chest thing, if you could jump up on the 1 treasure chest, get the other one. That would be yeah. So that's pretty decent. If you think that's too much, Loch Modan has like a whole bunch of treasure chests all around the zone, and they have like so it's like you can farm treasure chests there, but this would be a good. And also, you probably skip a bunch if you're not dwarves, but you probably will be dwarves since it's done roll. But yeah, um, bye for now, guys. Have fun, and that's just my NPC placement. This is just a very rough playtest demo, guys. Don't think this is final product. This is very just how will this dungeon play, right? And this guy's quest doesn't work, It's just like Loch Modan quest, right? And cheese and stuff. So it's like it doesn't even. This is all just see how it plays, right? Anyway, bye for now, guys. Have fun and take care.